Our latest iBook demo is a visual treat. It's a proposal for the Atlanta Botanical Garden, and if you like highly interactive botany and time-lapse video, this will be your cup of marigold tea. And right up front, let me tell you, this iBook was created in one day by one person, including the photo and video shoot. So just imagine what we could do for you in a couple of weeks with our entire team. This book is designed to be a fundraiser. It's not easy being green or raising some of that green. Let's see if we can make it easier. We start out like a good coffee table book with an interactive history we call the backstory, historical photos, and a mock-up of an interview with a long timer. We can play this movie in the window or bring it full screen. It looks very crisp on the iPad's Retina display. Historical photos are much more fun when you can annotate them like this. Now, everything in this photo is gone today, but it is interesting to see how the park looked back in 1895. On this page, we took a previously made PowerPoint and simply dropped it into the book where it is displayed perfectly. A huge time saver if you like to work in PowerPoint and already have some decks you want to share. Our next chapter is on the garden's collection, and it's an excuse to show off some photography, and especially this gorgeous time-lapse technique, which has a surreal look to it. It was actually made with a green screen background, and then the cloud background was dropped in later. In a book emphasizing photography, you can group your photos into galleries with thumbnails at the bottom, and you can swipe through them in the window or bring them full screen. Your viewer has complete control over how they want to see the photos. Gardening is the most popular hobby worldwide. Did you know that? People are fascinated by plants, and here you have the ability to let each plant tell its own story interactively and strut its stuff. And yes, we could go on and on for as many photos as we wanted to insert. The next chapter offers a chance for the garden to share one of its most valuable commodities, its intellectual property, its expertise. This is the kind of exclusive insider content that people will pay money to get. So we show mock-up bios of staff members, and that sets up a section full of how-to videos and interviews with experts. If you really want to know how to make your garden grow, this is the section that'll tell you. A graphic on new gardeners taking up the hobby. Well, I don't like the 3D shading on this, so I'm just going to rotate it in 3D space, and now I like it better. This can be any kind of graphic. If it's percentages, maybe I'll want to make a pie chart. Just that quickly. Now, our Atlanta garden does something called What's Cooking in the Garden, where they bring in chefs like Mario Batali and put on full-scale cooking demos. And this is more exclusive content just crying out to be marketed. Who wouldn't want to see what these chefs can do with the herbs you just learned how to grow? I see more photo galleries here and also interactive recipes. Here's an illustration I like, so I'm going to make it the background for my page. I'll go into iBook Author, blur it, and put a recipe and a picture of the finished dish. There's a large part of the garden given over to children's activities, and one of the most fun things they do is wrap the whole garden in lights every holiday season. And they have a nice animation of that. It's actually a TV ad, and I'll go ahead and play it back here. When you've already spent a lot of money on videos and animations, you should be able to use them in your fundraising iBook, don't you think? And the great thing about iBook Author is that it lets you use every other medium and put all your nice shiny pieces into one container. And the last thing I want to say about this book is that it's instantly updatable when you want to use it for your next fundraiser somewhere down the line. Your 20-pound coffee table book can't say that.